Are the Toronto Raptors true contenders in the Eastern Conference? And what do the Charlotte Hornets need to take that next step and become a true contender in the Eastern Conference as well? And finally, how you are going to get paid to watch this one. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Hey guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you in another NBA preview and prediction video here on YouTube. Thank you for taking the time out of your day or your evening to watch us here. For those of you who are new to our content, welcome to Enough Said Sports, where we don't do fandom, we do business, and where we don't make friends, we make money. If you like this sort of content, please also join us on Patreon. Click the first link in the description box below. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports and get all of our exclusive picks from the NBA, college football, NFL, college basketball, MLB, and NASCAR, soon to be back on board. Thank you again for taking the time. Let's talk about this matchup that's going to be coming on tomorrow, actually, Monday, February the 7th. It's going to be the Toronto Raptors traveling to play the Charlotte Hornets there in Charlotte. The Charlotte Hornets are favored by 1 here, and the total in this particular contest is going to be 225. So let's talk about these Toronto Raptors to start off with and talk about whether or not they are true, legit contenders in the Eastern Conference. I have to say they are. I have to say that they have been playing really well as of late. They've gone on a nice run here. They've been playing really good basketball. Pascal Siakam seems to be getting himself back into shape here after missing the first part of the year. Fred Van Vliet, let me slow down and say that right, is playing extremely well. This team is playing well as a whole. They're playing very well defensively, very connected. Really like what I see from these Toronto Raptors, and I believe they are somewhat legit contenders in the Eastern Conference, especially with the Brooklyn Nets actually faltering the way they're faltering, obviously dealing with the injury of Kevin Durant, and then the team just not playing well in general. And then on top of that, the Milwaukee Bucks don't look as strong as they looked toward the end of last year, and the Philadelphia 76ers are hit or miss. So I think the Toronto Raptors have a legit chance to make some noise in the Eastern Conference, and they are a dark horse to make it out of the Eastern Conference. I think they have championship DNA on this team. Obviously, that team was a lot different. They actually won a championship, had Kawhi Leonard on it, but they got some nice pieces and they play really well together. I like what I see from these Toronto Raptors. Now, switching over to the Charlotte Hornets and talking about them for a second, you know, they have all the requisite pieces. They have all the requisite parts. The thing that I believe that they need to go to the next level and become true contenders, I think you got to make a change at the head coaching position. I think James Borrego has underperformed in this position with the talent that he has around on this particular basketball team with LaMelo Ball, Mikal Bridges, and others there. And I just believe this team should be much higher in the Eastern Conference than they are. They don't play a lick of defense, and they're extremely inconsistent offensively. They take a lot of tough contested shots, and that's a recipe, obviously, for a team that's going to struggle and a team that's going to go up and down. They're going to play well sometimes, and the other times they're not going to play well at all. And this team is extremely inconsistent. I know it's the NBA, so you're going to have a little bit of that going on anyway. But overall, I believe this team should be playing better than they are, and it's really, really unfortunate that they're not higher in the Eastern Conference standings. And I think James Borrego is the reason why. I think he's his team. I don't think this team is playing for him the way that they need to be playing for him. I just think you got to make a change. Don't know if the Hornets will necessarily do that because this is as good as they've been in quite a while. I just see a lot of talent on this basketball team, and I believe they should be better. Now, talking about this particular matchup between the Toronto Raptors and the Charlotte Hornets, you got two teams going in opposite directions. The Raptors have been playing unbelievably well. The Hornets have had a couple of really bad losses as of late. Super tough loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers there after being up in that game significantly. Came back late and ended up falling by 1 point. And then they got blown out there pretty easily by the Miami Heat. So with this particular matchup here, guys, I'm going to go with the Charlotte Hornets here. I think the Charlotte Hornets, I know that the Toronto Raptors are playing much better right now, but the Toronto Raptors have also been at home. I think this is maybe their first game away from home in a while, and they're going to be going on the road to play the Charlotte Hornets team that has been really not playing well. You know, they almost lost to a LeBron-less Lakers team, and then you follow that up with the past few games, and they've really been struggling. I really see them rebounding in this game. They've not been shooting it very well, but this team is very streaky. This team tends to go on runs where they're not shooting it well, and then all of a sudden they break out of it and they're shooting really well. They don't play a lick of defense, but I believe they're going to outscore the Toronto Raptors in this particular game, and I think it's going to be a scoring fest. So I'll take the Charlotte Hornets -1 here at home to upset. I'm going to say it's an upset because the Toronto Raptors have been playing well, even though Charlotte is favored by 1. I'm going to take them to upset the Toronto Raptors here, and I'm also going to take the over 225.5 in this particular contest. Like I said, Charlotte doesn't play any defense, and I believe they'll get it going and get it cooking offensively, and I think that they're going to outscore this Toronto Raptors team somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 125 to 120, 121, somewhere in that general vicinity. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring affair. Should be pretty entertaining to watch. It's going to be coming on tomorrow at 7 p.m. on League Pass, so hopefully you guys will get a chance to check it out. We have been on a heater over there on Patreon. I haven't been able to get over here to YouTube and post videos as much as I would like this past week, but we have been on an absolute tear on Patreon. So for those of you who want to make some money on the NBA, join us over there. We're cooking with some what we call hot fish grease over there at Enough Said Sports Patreon. So definitely check us out, become a true fan, and definitely check us out over there and get the aid your bank account needs. But other than that, guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Toronto Raptors fans, do you guys think you guys have a chance to get to the NBA Finals? Charlotte Hornets fans, what do you think is needed in order for the Charlotte Hornets to take that next step into the contender status? And finally, give me your thoughts on the pick itself. Again, appreciate all the support, guys. Couldn't do this stuff without you. Definitely going to have some more content coming at you here, hot and heavy. So appreciate all the support, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care, guys. Have a great night.